Today we'll be changing a water filter in a Whirlpool brand stainless steel refrigerator. This unit has a built-in water filter up here, which I don't use because they're very expensive. They're like about $50 each. So I just put the plug in after I replaced this filter originally. It comes with a plug that I put in there, and I use an external filter. Which I mounted behind the refrigerator. This is a DuPont. This unit mounts to the wall, and the filter is easily unscrewed and replaced. The water line runs from the filter base to the refrigerator down here. And this unit costs $15. The replacement filter is $15. The original unit I think is a little bit more, but the replacement filters were only $15. And this is for a 3,000 quart unit, and you can purchase them for larger capacity. We don't use this one a great deal, so I used this size. And here's the replacement filter that I'm putting in there. And this one is a 7,000 quart, so it's a little bit bigger. This one was only $15 though. The filter that I have over here now came with the base unit, and I simply had to install a water line that goes from the source in the basement. So I drilled a hole down to my basement. There's a shut-off down there, with a pin type shut-off that goes into the water line. And this is just a very quick friction fit. You just push this in and it stays. There's nothing to connect other than that. Same thing on this end, the outside to the fridge. Very quick, very easy to connect. So to replace the filter, the first thing you need to do is to shut off the water in the basement, as I said. And your shut-off will vary depending on how it was installed, but you just need to locate that wherever it is, shut it off, and then release the pressure on the where the water comes out of the fridge. Just tap it to release the pressure. There's not much that's going to come out of there, but to avoid spray when you disconnect this, you want to release the pressure. Once the pressure is released, you can, for these little nuts, this is a 1/4 inch type nut, pretty easy to take off for the most part with a pair of pliers. Give it a turn, take it off, and then I put it in I have a 5-gallon jug because we also have bottled water, so a bucket will work just as well. Just put that in the end of a bucket because I'm going to use that for flushing the filter, because you're supposed to run about 5 gallons of water through the filter before you use it. Okay, so we remove the filter by turning it, and there's a little gasket in there, so it might hold a little bit, but it pops right off. You can see the little gaskets here. Keep that upright because it's full of water. Then you take your new filter, and there's a couple of holes up in here. You line those up with these pieces on the filter. Put it in, hold the top, push it up, and turn it to the right, and that's installed. Very easy. So now the next thing we have to do is we have to flush the filter before we connect it back up to the refrigerator. Okay, so my water is flushing. Before it gets to the top, you don't want to go too far away because it'll start pouring on your floor. Head down to your basement and shut it off before it gets too close to the top. You can always put some, flush some more once you've emptied this container. Okay, so my water bottle is getting pretty full now. So before it gets too close to the top, I'm going to run down the basement and turn off the water and then dump this one out. And then we can reconnect the water line to the refrigerator. So I've turned off the water. And now I'm going to reconnect the water line to the refrigerator. Just put the line on straight so you don't cross thread. Hand tighten until it's too stiff. And then take your pliers or your wrench, if you have a wrench, it's the right size, even better. And tighten it. You don't need to tighten it very much. Just about a half a turn should do it. You can even go that far because there's a little rubber gasket there and you don't want to over tighten that or you could make it leak. So we'll wipe any excess water off of there. And now we can go turn the water back on and check to see if everything is working properly. Okay, the water has been turned back on. No signs of leaks. Oops. There goes my glass. Take it over and add some water. You might get a little bit of air. And that's all there is to it.